Fox News alert. President Biden is set to speak at any moment from Woodside, California, where he's just wrapped up a meeting with President Xi of China. He's expected to take questions, so we'll cut to the president as soon as he takes the stage. But today was supposed to be Gavin Newsom's day. After a romantic first date in Beijing, where Xi showed Gavin his exquisite birds, intertwined trees, and custom toboggans, Gavin thought he was a shoo-in for a second date. Xi was flying into Gavin's hometown, San Francisco. And when Gavin found out, he grabbed the broom and cleaned up. "Sorry, vagrants, I have a date." He waited for Xi at the airport, marveled at him as he descended onto the tarmac. The way Gavin looked at Xi was kind of like how Taylor Swift looks at Travis Kelce. Now, in Beijing, images of Xi and Gavin were plastered all over the billboards. And then Gavin turned San Francisco into Chinatown. Killing millions of Americans with COVID and fentanyl was water under the bridge. Gavin was ready to take the relationship to the next level until he found out there was someone else, Joe Biden. The president flew in on Air Force One. Now Newsom had competition. When Xi saw Joe, they couldn't keep their hands off each other. As Joe likes to brag, he spent more time with Xi than anyone else. Not to mention the fact that Xi's guys bribed the Biden family. The chemistry was unmistakable.
I've never doubted what you've told me in terms of your candid nature in which you speak.
I still remember our interactions very vividly, and it always gives me a lot of thoughts.
Well, we just got the readout from the Biden team about the president's meeting with Xi. The meeting lasted 4 hours, and Xi did almost all the talking, as Xi usually does. At one point, Biden wished Xi's wife a happy birthday, and Xi was embarrassed because he forgot his wife's birthday was coming up. And then Xi complained about how China was getting bad press in the U.S. media. China gets great press. Xi must be watching Fox. And then they talked about the weather. No, that's not a joke. Biden, after hours of listening, begged China to help us out with global warming. And then Biden asked, "Are you going to invade Taiwan?" China said no. Biden then asked, "Why are you guys so secretive about your nuclear weapons program?" And Xi didn't answer. It was very secretive. Biden never mentioned COVID. Biden asked Xi, "Can you guys stop buzzing our aircraft and our ships?" And Xi said, "We'll have our militaries talk about it." So from the readout of this meeting, it sounds like President Biden listened for 3 hours, talked for 1, and nothing much came out of it. But the lunch was spectacular. Biden ordered for Xi herb ricotta ravioli, artichoke crisps, tarragon roasted heritage chicken, California gold rice pilaf, charred broccolini, and Brussels sprouts. And for dessert, of course, almond meringue cake, praline buttercream, and Concord grape sauce. Delish. As Xi's taste buds were exploding, Gavin's heart was sinking. Let's be honest, though, Gavin didn't stand a chance. Biden's the one that's been bribed. Biden's the one who didn't pop the spy balloon. Biden's the one who covered up the lab leak. Biden's the one who stored his classified documents in Chinatown. Gavin's going to have to work a lot harder, especially after Biden announced he's dropping sanctions on the Chinese if they promise to crack down on fentanyl. That's right. That's the one deal the Biden team claims they cut today. The Chinese police state can keep operating so their slaves can build cheap iPhones for Apple, and Xi pinky promises he won't sell fentanyl to the cartels. That's not what you'd call the art of the deal. That's the Biden doctrine. Accuse Trump of cozying up to dictators while you bend over and pay them. Biden just paid the Iranians another $10 billion. And that's on top of the $6 billion he just paid them. And after Biden's tough talk on Russia, he's been caught buying sanctioned Russian oil from middlemen, fueling the Russian war machine while selling weapons to Ukraine. Why is Biden always on both sides of the action? He's paying the Palestinians and the Israelis, the Russians and the Ukrainians. The Chinese bribe his family, and he drops sanctions. Chinese spies steal our trade secrets, and the Biden family defends the spies in court. The United States has so much economic and military leverage over China, but we can't use it because China has leverage over our president. China's in a demographic death spiral. Their real estate market's blowing up. Their GDP's dragging. Investors are souring. Now's the perfect time to squeeze the Chinese. But since the president's compromised, Chinese behavior isn't changing, and Chinese profits are still flowing to corporate America. It's a win-win for everyone except the American people.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.